Have you ever wondered what would happen if certain internet personalities met each other? No. Okay. Well, we're going to find out anyway. Can you guess who they are? For Red Wall Presents, Spectrum Academy. Have you ever wondered, what if certain internet personalities all went to school together? No. Okay. Well, this might be how they would interact.
Yo Tyrone, are you in trouble with the dean again? What did you do this time?
Oh, nothing, bro. I was messing with Alec and Elliot. They were planning a fraternity party, looking to get laid, but I literally crushed it.
I can't believe it, Fiona. You ruined my plans. Why did you release my call with Chris on the internet? Because you went too far. I can't let you do this to him. I love him. Wait, are you serious? Yes, I really like him. Why do you ask? Nothing. It's okay, Isabella, you'll find true love one day. Why don't you talk to Joseph? He seems nice. Ew, gross. For Red Wall Presents, Spectrum Academy. Welcome to Spectrum Academy, a place where internet personalities come to interact with each other. In some cases they already know each other, in other cases they are meeting for the first time. The purpose of this series is essentially that what if moment that many of us have about these internet personalities. It could be a rivalry, it could be a fanfiction, it could be an alternate scenario, or so many other things we wished could have happened in their lives, either positive or negative. Due to the nature of certain characters in this series, YouTube might flag the videos and slap a ridiculous reason on my channel to accuse me. So the series might not come to full fruition, but nonetheless, I'll make an episode of whatever comes to mind. Thank you for watching and enjoy your stay at Spectrum Academy. This is Christine Weston Chandler, better known to the world as Chris Chan. For the majority of her life, Chris has been bullied and manipulated online. On hearing this alone, one would feel sorry for her. But in reality, Chris has done many awful things that make people lose sympathy. On top of insincerely transitioning into a girl in her late 30s, in an attempt to draw closer to women, she now thinks that a dimensional merge is going to occur between our reality and the cartoon world. This is Fiona, a boyfriend-free girl he met online. Now they both attend Spectrum Academy. Chris, is that you? What are you up to? Surprisingly, she has a crush on Chris, but she met him after he transitioned. Oh, how she wishes he would detransition back to being male and be his silly naive self again, like he once was. Perhaps Chris would change again and be her old self. But her self-centered attitude was not allowing her to see reason. Fiona will have to persevere out of love for her. Even now, as the narrator of this story, I'm having trouble keeping up with Chris Chan's new pronouns and correctly identifying him or her. Which tells me that this gender fluidity thing actually does more harm than good. I'm just saying.
Hey Fiona. Are you excited for the dimensional merge?
Not really. What is it again? What's going to happen?
My characters Sonichu and Meiji-chan are going to come into our world. This also includes characters from movies, comic books, cartoon shows, video games and other stuff. They will come to execute judgment on all my internet trolls and evil people that talk about me.
That sounds horrible.
Not to worry, those dang dirty internet trolls will bother me no longer. They also won't bother you.
Chris, have you ever thought that maybe you've taken things a little too far?
No, why?
These people that you talk about are all on the internet. Most of them you've never met in real life. Why don't you just ignore them? The campus bell. We're going to be late for class. Come on, Chris. This is Isabella Jank, one of Chris Chan's internet trolls. For some strange reason, Chris thinks that she was just a victim of circumstance. This has allowed Isabella to befriend him and Fiona. Hey Chris, how are you?
I'm great.
Really? Aren't you furious that someone leaked your explicit phone call online?
Which one?
Between you and your mother.
Oh, I'm used to it. Those dang dirty internet trolls have done it before.
Yeah, Isabella, maybe you can drop the subject now. Can I speak to you, Fiona? Sure, what is it? Privately. Isabella and Fiona headed down the hall to the restroom. I can't believe it, Fiona. You ruined my plans. Why did you release my call with Chris on the internet? Because you went too far. I can't let you do this to him. I love him. Wait, are you serious? Yes. I really like him. Why do you ask? Nothing. It's okay, Isabella, you'll find true love one day. Why don't you talk to Joseph? He seems nice. Ew, gross. Fiona didn't know that Isabella was a lesbian. Isabella wasn't trying to attract Chris, she was actually interested in Fiona. Is everything alright? I'm sorry for laughing. Oh, nothing, everything is alright. You can head back to class, I'll be right there in a bit. Oh, okay. This isn't over. I'm going to get my revenge. Isabella was set on ruining Chris Chan's life because he stole Fiona from her. She also made it her mission to snap Chris out of his dimensional merge delusions. It's cool, BCI Anonymous.
I'm not famous, I'm an internet god. Either way, it's cool, BCI Anonymous.
This is Lauren Armstrong, janitor at Spectrum Academy. This is Kayla, student at Spectrum Academy. Hey Lauren.
Hey Kayla.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, how about you?
Lauren has a crush on Kayla. But relationships between students and faculty at Spectrum Academy is forbidden. I'm great. Can you believe more students are attending here? It makes me so happy.
Oh God, really? I wasn't aware. More people means more cleaning. I got to be ready, my job is about to get more interesting.
This is Joseph Strickland, leader of the Anti-Swag Corporation.
You want a rant from the beast? You're gonna get a rant from the beast.
The problem is, he's the only member. He must recruit people into the Anti-Swag Corporation. This is Stacy, police officer at Spectrum Academy. I see you, Joseph. You better clean after yourself.
Wait, how do you know my name?
Because you talk to yourself and repeat your name over and over.
Oh.
I want these tables to be cleared out. How about we make things easier for Janitor Lauren, shall we?
Sure, whatever.
What's this talk about, anti-swag corporation? This better not be some sort of gang you're trying to form here at Spectrum Academy.
No, it's not. It's just an early 2000s hip-hop and R&B group.
Okay, but I got my eye on you. No funny business, I got an academy to protect. This is Kirax, leader of the Bender Boys.
My rap career is about to take off, I can feel it.
Another group that also needs members. Kirax needs to recruit people from the academy. I got my eye on you, Kirax.
How do you know me?
Because you're randomly yelling in here. This is a library, keep it down. What's this I'm hearing about a gang you're forming called the Bender Boys?
It's not a gang, it's a rap group. Nothing else.
If you're not doing anything productive in here, I suggest you leave.
Are you being serious right now?
Yes, pack up your stuff and go. Make sure to push your seat in so Janitor Lauren doesn't have to do it later, when he comes in here and cleans.
Okay, whatever.
At some point, Joseph and Kirax end up in the same room. They lock eyes, and the rivalry between their groups begins. They remain silent, but in their minds they're both thinking of recruitment and rap battles. Anti-Swag Corporation versus the Bender Boys. This is Tyrone, a bully at Spectrum Academy. He sees Joseph and Kirax staring at each other and remembers hearing about the Anti-Swag Corporation and the Bender Boys. He laughs because he has no interest in joining either group but wants to see what they're going to do. He doubts they have any musical and lyrical talents to rap battle.
This is going to be interesting. Let the games begin.
This is Elliot. He attends the local community college where he lives, but spends most of his time at the park, or in his car. Elliot wished for a girlfriend, but it seemed like no girl desired him. He was also very shy to approach girls, but he knew that if he could find his true love, he would treat her with the respect and affection she deserved. After all, he was a supreme gentleman.
It's not fair. Why do other boys get girlfriends but I don't? This is an injustice. Life has been so cruel to me. All I've ever wanted was love.
Elliot left the park and walked back to his apartment where he shared a room with another male student.
Hey Elliot, how's it going? You got a letter in the mail. What? From some place called the Spectrum Academy.
Elliot took the envelope, opened it, and pulled out the letter. A feminine fragrance emitted from the envelope, a sweet-smelling perfume. The letter also contained a kiss mark from red lipstick.
What does it say? Hello, Elliot. You are invited to attend Spectrum Academy, a place where you can meet like-minded individuals and share wonderful moments together. Perhaps we can offer what you've been searching for in your life. I hope this letter finds you well and I will be waiting for you. Interesting. So, what are you going to do?
That night, Elliot tossed and turned in bed. He kept thinking about the letter, and he sat up in bed.
This offer sounds too good to be true. I might as well accept, and see what the Spectrum Academy has to offer. I have nothing to lose, time to get out of here.
Elliot dropped everything and headed to Spectrum Academy. This is Alec, another student at Spectrum Academy. Much like Elliot, Alec also had problems with girls. He was socially awkward and had trouble distinguishing reality from internet drama.
I hope I can still play World of Warcraft while I'm here.
Hey, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Alec.
My name's Joseph. Listen, do you want to join my group?
Group?
Yes, it's called the Anti-Swag Corporation. I'm looking for members. What do you say?
Sure, but can we play video games and host fraternity parties?
Sure, we can do all that.
Excellent. I want to meet beautiful women, and this group shall be of great help.
Meanwhile, in another area of the academy.
This machine took my money and didn't give me my drink. Not cool, brah.
This is Chad, another bully at Spectrum Academy.
Hey Chad, what's up?
What do you want, you weirdo?
Join my group.
What group?
It's called the Bender Boys. The rap group, with the sickest beats and illest bars of this era.
I highly doubt that. Stop playing, brah. You don't have any real talent.
What if I pay you? Would you join?
Alright, sounds good.
During this time, Elliot arrives at Spectrum Academy. Welcome to Spectrum Academy.
Sheriff Stacy?
You again. What are you doing here?
I received an invitation from this place.
Very well, you are free to go. Enjoy your visit and stay out of trouble. Elliot now had to figure out who sent him the invitation. As Elliot looked around, he thought to himself,
I wonder who sent me this invitation. Who would put perfume and lipstick on a letter such as this?
Elliot marveled at the size of Spectrum Academy and was glad that he decided to check it out. Now he had to meet people and ask them if they know anything about this mysterious letter.
Hey Sheriff Stacy, can I speak to an administrator of this place?
What for?
I have a question about this invitation I received.
Alright, sure, follow me. Sheriff Stacy escorted Elliot into the hallway of Spectrum Academy. She took him to the office of an administrator who Elliot hoped would answer some of his questions.
Hello, welcome to Spectrum Academy. How may I help you?
Hello, my name is Elliot.
Pleased to meet you. Take a seat over here.
I have a few questions, and I was hoping you could help me.
Sure, what do you need?
So what exactly is this place?
Spectrum Academy is an institution of higher learning that accepts students by invitation only. To qualify, you must be recommended to the Academy by previous graduates or faculty members. It could be a family member or friend who attended Spectrum Academy in the past who puts in a good word for you.
Interesting.
Elliot thought back to family members that might have attended Spectrum Academy. He then thought about his father Peter, a filmmaker and photographer, as well as his grandfather George, a photojournalist, but Elliot still wasn't convinced.
I have here with me a strange invitation letter. Is it really from Spectrum Academy? Let me take a look.
Elliot handed over the mysterious letter he received to the administrator.
Well, this is very strange.
So what do you make of it?
Well, it's not a forgery, because it has the official Spectrum Academy seal from the executives at the top. But the manner in which it was packaged is very strange indeed. We don't use pink envelopes nor perfume on our letters.
Do you know who could have sent it? What if it's fake?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer to that. But one thing's for sure, whoever sent it got a signature from an executive in order to invite you here.
Alright, thank you.
As Elliot left the office, he was now more confused. He decided to stay at Spectrum Academy and was going to ask every student he met if they were the ones responsible for sending this mysterious letter.
Hello, Elliot. You're attending this academy too? This is wonderful. I'm sorry, but do I know you? It's me, Chris Chan. I'm now a tom girl. I like to dress feminine now. But I'm not homosexual, I still like women. Please tell me you aren't the one who sent me this letter. What letter? This one.
Chris looked at the mysterious letter and was baffled.
I have nothing to do with this invitation, but I wish you the best in your endeavors to find whoever sent it to you. Perhaps you are starting your very own love quest. Please stop talking, Chris.
Hey Chris, you ready to go?
Hey Fiona. Let me present to you my friend Elliot.
Hi, I'm glad to meet you.
Hello. Alright Elliot, I got to go. Good luck. I can't believe this bumbling idiot is actually talking to girls. This should be a crime. It's as if the world likes to see me suffer.
Elliot walked the halls of Spectrum Academy, looking for the dorm rooms. He was ready to settle in and begin searching for the person who was responsible for these interesting turn of events on his life.
You must be my roommate. Welcome!
Hello, my name is Elliot.
My name is Alec.
So, what do you do around here?
Read books, research history, surf the web, and play video games, mostly World of Warcraft.
You play World of Warcraft too?
Yeah! What's your username?
Vulturian.
You're kidding.
Huh?
It's me. Xbox Lightside. We're good friends on there. I can't believe we're actually meeting face to face.
Same feeling, bro. We've been friends in World of Warcraft for many years. You're the only one I share similar interests with.
I completely understand what you mean. Tell me, are you still planning that one thing you made a YouTube video about?
Long story short, no, because of a certain somebody. Are you still planning your beta uprising?
Kind of. I mapped it all out on the board behind me.
For the first time since his childhood, Elliot found someone he could spend time with who understood his struggles. Alec and Elliot talked about their lives and started to strategize on how they would obtain girlfriends and get laid while at Spectrum Academy. As the janitor at Spectrum Academy, Lauren didn't do a very good job. He didn't take it seriously. He would take long breaks, and even drink alcohol while on the job. What's that smell? It smells like alcohol. This is Ramona, another student at Spectrum Academy.
Hey Ramona. How are ya?
I'm doing fine, Lauren, thanks for asking. What are you doing up here? I believe your lunch break ended a while ago.
I'm almost done, just finishing up.
For some reason, Ramona likes to observe Lauren when he's unaware. She thinks that he's a predator who didn't disclose this information to the Academy's administration.
Oh, yell at me, why don't chop? By the way, you look very pretty today, Ramona. That's a very sexy dress you got there.
Thank you.
I gotta go. See you later, Ramona.
Alright, Lauren, see you later. Well, that comment wasn't totally creepy. There is something off about Lauren, but I need evidence.
Hey, what's your name? Why do you want to know? My name's Joseph, leader of the Anti-Swag Corporation. What's that? It's an early 2000s hip-hop and R&B group. I'm not really interested in that ruffian kind of music. What kind of music do you like then? 80s music. Some Whitney Houston, that type of stuff. Alright, I can work with that. Maybe we can incorporate it into the group. I still don't know if I want to join. Alec is in the group. I believe he's your roommate. He spoke about wanting fraternity parties. Well, in that case, count me in. If Alec vouches for your group, then I have no problem joining.
At the same time that this was happening,
Hey Tyrone, how are you doing?
What do you want? This better not be about your whack rap group.
As a matter of fact it is. There's an open spot just for you.
Not interested.
Chad joined my group. The Bender Boys need one more member.
Are you serious?
Yes, but I had to pay him. I will pay you too, if you join. What do you say?
Alright, if Chad's in, then I'm in.
and so the Anti-Swag Corporation versus the Bender Boys beef became official. This would ultimately spiral into each group sabotaging the group efforts of the other. The end result would be a rap battle between the leaders. Fiona and Isabella were acting silly in the women's locker room when suddenly,
"Oh yeah, baby. Give me some sugar. They can't see me." "Great!"
Lauren snuck into the women's locker room to peep on girls. "Lauren, what are you doing in here? Get out, you creep."
"Oh, I didn't see you there, Ramona. I was just leaving."
I freaking knew it. Lauren really is a predator. Time to report him to Sheriff Stacy. This is Sheriff Stacy. Send it. Janitor Lauren. Yes, I've seen him around the academy. What's the problem? He did what? He's going down. This type of activity will not happen on my watch. This is Sheriff Stacy. Thank you for letting me know.
Oh God. What have I done? I didn't get caught in the past. I thought I was safe this time. What's going to happen to me? I don't want to go to jail.
Stop right there, Lauren. You're under arrest.
No, please?
Lauren was placed in police custody and taken to jail. This is Marshall Mathers IV, another student at Spectrum Academy. He likes to keep to himself and make videos talking about his life.
Marshall Mathers IV here. So, I'm out here in the bleachers at Spectrum Academy. It feels good to get some sun and be away from everybody. As you guys know, I am still looking for a girlfriend, and I'm still hoping that someone will give me a gaming console, because I never got to play video games like other boys.
Marshall is brutally honest. He shares things online that are best kept secret. He talks about his fetishes and prejudices with everyone on the internet.
I still want a hot girlfriend who can burp and fart on my face. It would be the hottest thing for me. I also wouldn't mind if she pooped or peed on me. I believe the age of consent should be 14 or 15 years old.
Marshall was unaware that his activities at Spectrum Academy were being monitored. This is highly disturbing and disgusting. I'm keeping my eye on you, Marshall. There will be no pooping, peeing, burping or farting on anybody in this academy. But I can't do anything unless I catch Marshall in the act of doing something illegal. When you finally mess up, Marshall, I'll be there waiting. This is Randy Stair, another student at Spectrum Academy. Much like Chris Chan, he believes in a dimensional merge of his own cartoon characters coming to life.
Hi, my name is Chris. I see that you're drawing some art. I too am an artist. What do you mean? I'm the creator of Sony Chu. I'm sure you've heard of it. Not really. My name's Randy. I'm the creator of Ember's Ghost Squad. You've probably heard of it. Nope, can't say that I have. Well, it's something I created based on the show Danny Phantom. Oh, that's cool. My character is a combination of Pikachu from Pokemon and Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh wow, so your creation is not even original. Well, your creation is not original either.
Tension started to rise between Chris and Randy.
I can't wait for the dimensional merge. The day my creation will come to life. I can't wait either. My creation will rule the world.
Chris and Randy became envious of each other, each thinking that their creation was superior. While this was happening, Isabella showed up. Hey Chris, are you still talking about Sonichu? The most overrated and unoriginal comic book character ever made?
When the dimensional merge happens, you won't be laughing. My creations have superpowers that can defeat any foe. What does Ember's Ghost Squad have? My creation is actually practical. They don't use silly spells or magic, they use guns and ammo.
If the dimensional merge happens, I'm going with the person with weapons. Of course, Isabella didn't really care about the dimensional merge. She just wanted to make Chris feel bad.
I got to go. See you guys later. Thanks for having my back.
No problem.
If we stick together, we can beat Chris and Sonichu.
That's exactly what I want. Hey Chris. What's up?
Oh, hi Fiona.
Chris, what's wrong?
Isabella was making fun of me again. She doesn't want to be on my side when the dimensional merge happens.
Why?
She's chosen Randy Stair and his Ember's Ghost Squad.
It's okay Chris, don't worry. I got your back.
Really?
Sure. This seems like the perfect time for some friendly competition. And so Sonic vs. Ember's Ghost Squad begins. This is Lucas Werner, the replacement janitor at Spectrum Academy.
There's a lot of young women in this place. Maybe I'll try my luck.
Lucas was unaware of what happened to the previous janitor. He also ignored the policy of zero student and faculty relationships. Lucas wandered the halls of Spectrum Academy searching for some female students to harass. Seeing that Sheriff Stacy is in charge of security, Lucas was in for a surprise. What are you doing in here? This is the women's restroom.
I'm the new janitor. I'm cleaning the restrooms today. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I should put a flyer in here. Maybe a young chick will see it and give me a call.
Lucas likes to advertise himself. Similar to what Chris chanted with his love quest. Lucas was feeling desperate. He decided to approach the first young female student he saw who was alone. He wasn't just going to talk to her, he was ready for action. Meanwhile. Hello, Sheriff Stacy. Hey Ramona, what's up? I want to report more suspicious activity. Oh really? What happened? It's about the new janitor. I knew there was something off about him. Spectrum Academy has had some really bad hires lately. Let me write down your report.
Come here. I'm not going to harm you.
No. Let me go. Kayla manages to loosen out of Lucas' grasp and runs into the hallway. Lucas chases after her. Stop right there. You're under arrest.
No! Wait! I didn't do anything. I'm innocent.
Lucas was put in police custody and taken to jail.
Who's this guy?
I'm glad Lauren and Lucas are gone. Thank you, Ramona, for staying vigilant. No problem, Kayla, we have to stick together. Ramona and Kayla were relaxing in the women's locker room when suddenly...
Oh yeah, a white girl and a black girl. If only they would fart, or burp so I could hear and smell it.
Ha! I've caught you. You're under arrest.
Where did you come from? I was just leaving.
Marshall was also taken into police custody and put in jail.
You're making a big mistake. I didn't do anything.
Sure you didn't. Enjoy your stay here with the other two.
The other two? I didn't even get a kiss. I wanted a fart, but not from some random dude. So what brought you in here? Sheriff Stacy. The same happened to me. What about you? I never got to see my precious little princess. Stop crying. You're acting like a big baby. I'm in here because of Sheriff Stacy. You too? Oh wow, Sheriff Stacy is not kidding. We need to get out of here. We can't rot away in this cell while a bunch of bad boys are out there having sex with all the women. Don't you think I know that? I've spoken about these things to my audience on the internet. Really? I do the same thing. I thought I was the only one. What's your name? Marshall, and you? My name is Lucas. Hey guys, don't forget me. I'm Lauren.
And so Lauren, Lucas, and Marshall became the three Predator Musketeers. They joined forces and started planning their grand escape out of Spectrum Academy prison. The day came for the least anticipated rap battle of the century. The Anti-Swag Corporation versus the Bender Boys. Joseph Strickland aka Joseph 8276 versus Chance Wilkins aka Kirax. As the leaders prepared themselves backstage, the members made their way to the scene.
So what do you think about this rap battle?
I think it's a waste of time. I don't even like this sort of music.
I agree. I'm only supporting Joseph because he promised fraternity parties.
Same.
Do you think Kirax can actually rap? Nope, I heard his music on the internet. It sucks. What about Joseph? I doubt he's any better. Joseph is a wannabe gangster. These guys don't know what they're doing. I'm just there because Kirax agreed to pay me. Same bro.
Give it up for Joseph.
And give it up for Kirax.
Each of you will have 3 rounds. The crowd will decide who has better bars each round. Kirax goes first, you can begin.
My name is Chance Wilkins, but you can call me Kirax. I may look skinny but I can bench your mom's rack. She calls me over every morning while you're out eating donuts. I don't know if she told you, but I could be your daddy's son. You're so fat, even your baggy clothes don't fit you. When I spoke to your mom, she said you used to shop at Goodwill. I got so much money, my music career is gonna blow up. You're barely starting, Joseph. You're gonna need a lot to catch up. You stepping up to me was the worst mistake of your life. Don't bother looking to the crowd, because I already won this fight.
That's enough. Joseph, it's your turn. Begin.
You wanted some bars from the beast? Well, now you're going to get it. Talking smack about my mom? Well, now you're going to regret it. Rapping about sleeping with my mom? Seriously, are you 10? Just by merely looking at you, I can tell there's something wrong with your head. You should be the last person talking about my weight. Take a look in the mirror, Kirax. You look like you haven't ate. You look malnourished, even worse than anorexic. You look like a crackhead gremlin that was halfway aborted. You don't have any money, Kirax. Stop flexing and lying. By the end of this rap battle, you're going to be crying.
Alright, that's the end of round 1. Give it up for the contestants. Joseph wins the first round. Let the second round begin.
Ever since middle school, I have been rejected. I changed my style up, and now everyone respects it. All your music is trash, loud noise and just screaming. People want real hip-hop, not whatever you're scheming. Anti-Swag Corporation is what I have created. Keeping it old school is what I've dedicated. My music is better because I keep it old school. All your new ideas fail because it's a bunch of drool. No one likes you, Kirax, and it's not because you're ugly. Your rapping style is strange. No one wants some emo music.
That's enough. Kirax, it's your turn. Begin. I came in the game when it needed something new, so now I'm here, and there's nothing you can do. You talk trash about emo music, but let me ask you this. Weren't you dressing emo back in middle school, trying to fit in? Face the facts, Joseph. You're nothing but a poser. I'll stop talking about your mom, since everybody knows her. I won't speak on the old school, because I think you're right, but hip-hop is evolving, so stop acting like a thug, because you're freaking white. Stop acting like you're hard, Joseph. You're only fooling yourself. Be authentic like me, so your music won't end up on the shelf. Alright, that's the end of round 2. Give it up for the contestants. Kirax wins the second round. Let the final round begin. I got a record deal, the name is Bender Boys. Even if you call it trash, I still make a lot of noise. I said I would stop with the yo mama jokes, but now I changed my mind. Your mom is the best I've ever had, and for that I cannot lie. I'm a real tough guy, and that's why your mom loves me. When I'm jabbing at the punching bag, she's begging for sex from me. I'm not only a rapper, I'm an entertainer too. I cut the best promos on the mic, and of course your mom loves it too. I'm not afraid of nothing, I go full on attack. Your group can't beat the Bender Boys, because your group is really whack. That's enough. Joseph, it's your turn. Begin.
You talk about my mom, but that's where you messed up. My mom has been dead for years, thus making you look like a schmuck. I checked out your videos, your mom is dead too. I didn't touch the subject out of respect. Clearly something you couldn't do. We both live with our grandparents, but I lived a better life. Kirax, you're a basement dweller, and I know I got this right. Kirax, you're not tough. I know the games you play, just let me call up Music Biz Marty to see what he has to say. You're abusive to your family and always cussing up a storm. You pick real fights you cannot win, and this rap battle is clearly the norm.
Alright, that was the final round. Give it up for the contestants. The winner of this rap battle is Joseph and the Anti-Swag Corporation.
I can't believe it. He actually won.
This calls for a celebration. The Anti-Swag Corporation is going to be more popular than ever.
Perfect!
After Kirax lost, Chad and Tyrone immediately left. They didn't show their faces out of embarrassment.
You see, I told you this was going to end badly.
To celebrate this victory, Joseph, Alec and Elliot began preparations for their Anti-Swag Corporation fraternity party. The day of the Anti-Swag Corporation fraternity party came and it was a packed house. This gave Elliot the perfect opportunity to ask every woman if they were responsible for sending him the mysterious invitation.
Did you send me this? 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 Did you send me this?
Oh, bug off. I'm lesbian. At this point, Elliot was becoming agitated and restless. He needed to know who sent him this invitation. Elliot felt like his life depended on it.
I need you to tell me the truth.
Huh?
Did Chris put you up to this? This isn't funny anymore.
What are you talking about?
The invitation. The jig is up. I know Chris told you to send me this letter to make me feel better about my loveless life.
I have no idea what you are talking about. Please leave me alone. Fiona could not handle Elliot's demeanor, so she quickly walked away.
Who else in this place could possibly know me enough to pull a prank on me?
Elliot remembered Sheriff Stacy and went to confront her.
You really thought you had me fooled? I'm onto you now.
Huh?
Don't act dumb. You sent me this invitation to mock me.
I did not send you anything.
You're lying.
I don't have time for your nonsense. Get out of my way, I have a job to do here. Elliot took a seat, away from the wandering eyes of partygoers. In his heart and mind he felt like giving up. A tear streamed down Elliot's cheek to the cold floor as he contemplated whether to join Joseph and Alec in the fraternity party or leave Spectrum Academy and end his life somewhere remote where no one would find him. Hello, Elliot. Are you alright?
Yeah.
Elliot's cries immediately stopped when he noticed the beautiful blonde girl speaking to him. Your searching has come to an end.
Huh?
I was the one who sent you that invitation.
What? But, were you? I don't understand. Why are you giggling?
My name is Lila, or better known as Supreme Lady Online. It's nice to finally meet you. Elliot could not believe that a gorgeous woman such as this knew who he was.
How do you know who I am?
I have seen your YouTube videos. When you said you felt alone and wanted a girlfriend, it gave me the perfect opportunity to invite you here.
But how did you get an invitation to such a place as this?
My father is the founder of Spectrum Academy. Getting his signature and access to your records is not a problem for me.
This feels like a dream. Are you telling me that you wanted to meet me so that I could be your boyfriend?
Yes. I wanted to be with you ever since I saw your videos. Elliot couldn't believe it. The love he'd always desired was sitting right in front of him. So are we just gonna sit here, or is there a fraternity party going on? Elliot and Lila made their way back to the fraternity party. As they walked, Lila held Elliot's hand. This filled Elliot with great joy.
I don't know how to dance.
It's okay, just follow my lead. Elliot and Lila danced while some people looked at them in wonder. When Elliot was with Lila, he didn't care what people thought of him. He was finally happy. It took Elliot a bit to get comfortable with Lila, but after a few drinks he was more affectionate. I need to use the restroom, I'll be back in a bit.
I see you've got a lady friend with you.
You are correct. She's my girlfriend.
Wow, I'm proud of you, Elliot. Come over here.
Unlike Elliot, Alec wasn't envious or jealous that Elliot finally had a girlfriend. However, Alec still wanted to subjugate the Chads and enslave the Stacys. After a couple more drinks, Elliot mustered up enough courage to kiss Lila. As the party raged on, Elliot invited Lila to his dorm room. Both of them were in a mood for something that Elliot yearned for since his puberty years. Elliot was going to lose his virginity. They both shed their clothes and got into bed, and the rest is Spectrum Academy history. The aftermath of the Anti-Swag Corporation fraternity party left Sheriff Stacy very busy. So much so, that she was no longer keeping an eye on the three Predator Musketeers. However, Spectrum Academy was known for its surveillance, which meant that if the three Predator Musketeers wanted to escape, it would have to be completely hidden from camera view. The trio got together and came up with a plan.
So what are we going to do? Quit your sobbing and let me think. Let's just break out of here. I'm sure all three of us can bend those bars. We can try, but I don't know how much good it would do. We also have to consider the surveillance cameras. We are being monitored.
Disheartened and defeated, the trio was about to give up hope until Marshall noticed something on the far corner of the wall of the jail cell. Marshall noticed a small arrow mark on the wall, pointing to the floor. As he looked down, scanning the area near the wall, Marshall noticed a dent in the floor and started running his hand over the surface.
A secret passage.
A large patch of the floor opened up to what appeared to be a ladder descending into darkness. The setup was similar to how Joaquin El Chapo Guzman escaped from a maximum security prison via a secret tunnel.
We can get out of here using this secret tunnel. Let's go. Stop! The cameras can still see us. We need to cause a distraction that will divert camera surveillance away from us. You two go on ahead. I will distract them with a fake heart attack. While they're busy attending me, they won't notice you two slipping away. Alright, good luck. Thanks, you two. Hello! Can I get some help in here? I feel a strong pain in my chest and I'm having trouble breathing. Oh God.
Lauren was attended to and taken to the local hospital, while Marshall and Lucas quietly went down the secret tunnel.
Where are we? This tunnel is dark. I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. This way. I see light over here.
They walked and walked through the dark tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel got bigger and bigger.
The way out. Freedom.
Marshall and Lucas ran off into the night. They went their separate ways and forgot about Lauren.
What happened? My whole body aches. Where am I? A hospital? The last thing I remember is seeing Marshall and Lucas going down the secret tunnel.
In a sad turn of events, Lauren wasn't faking a heart attack, he actually got one.
Sir, what are you doing? You're not clear to leave yet. Please relax.
I need to get out of here. I can't stay here. I'm feeling much better. I can walk out of here right now.
Well, all right then. I'll go get your paperwork, then you're free to go in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you. I just escaped from jail. I'm free.
Lauren signed some papers and was free to go. He bolted out of there and thought he was home free. As the doctor flipped through Lauren's paperwork, she noticed something.
Wait a minute. This guy was in jail before he was brought here. Where was his police escort? I need to report this.
Meanwhile, apparently Lauren didn't learn his lesson. He made his way back to Spectrum Academy while Marshall and Lucas fled the scene, never to be seen again. He was obsessed with Kayla and wanted to make things right by asking for her hand in marriage. Meanwhile, Sheriff Stacy finally went to check up on the trio and was in for a surprise. Alright guys, it's time for lunch. They've gone. I can't believe this. To everyone's surprise, except Christian and Randy Stair, the dimensional merge happened. The sky darkened over Spectrum Academy, followed by a massive earthquake.
What's going on?
Earthquake!
Isabella, help me. We need to get out of here. A portal opened up and strange entities were seen pouring out into the streets and on top of buildings. This is Sheriff Stacy. Send it. Keep in mind we have 3 escaped criminals. Monster reports. Seeing them flying in the sky. This is insane. I don't have time for this.
Oh God, what the heck is that? Oh no! I think I just shit myself. What in the world is that?
Two familiar figures were seen coming out of the portal in the sky. These entities searched for their masters and prepared themselves for war.
We meet again. Indeed, we have. You're going down. No, you are.
Ember and Sonic went into battle, powering up and shooting energy beams at each other. The battle didn't last very long. Both Chris and Randy had no idea how to conduct warfare. They told Ember and Sonic to use up all their energy as soon as they could. What in the world is going on out here? All this destruction will not go unpunished. The dimensional merge didn't last long. As the portal started to close, all the entities that came out of it were sucked back in. Chris and Randy were going to get their fantasy utopia. No kings would be crowned, only prisoners. You two are under arrest for crimes against Spectrum Academy.
Don't worry, Randy. Jail isn't so bad. I've been there before.
Meanwhile, Spectrum Academy was being evacuated temporarily. The administration and the authorities were trying to figure out what was going on.
Hello, Kayla.
What are you doing here? You were supposed to be in jail.
I escaped and I'm here to confess my love to you.
What?
Kayla, will you marry me?
You? No. Never. Stop right there, Lauren. The criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
I just wanted to see my precious little princess.
Sheriff Stacy cuffed Lauren and took him to the interrogation room. Sheriff Stacy met with the administration at Spectrum Academy to discuss the hectic events that were taking place.
Hello, Sheriff Stacy. What a crazy day, am I right?
Hi, it's far more than crazy. It's totally insane. Can we make this quick? I have some more criminals to attend to.
Not this time, Sheriff.
What?
Students Chris Chan and Randy Steer have been released on the Dean's orders.
Wait a minute. Someone has to pay for all the damages.
As far as the Dean's concerned, Chris and Randy didn't do anything.
Are you kidding me?
Your arrest of those two is based on speculation. I reviewed all surveillance cameras, and they have not committed any crimes. Although I did see both of them looking up at the sky and yelling at whatever came out of that giant wormhole. The Dean of the Academy wants to see you to discuss some things.
Oh, all right. Sheriff Stacy made her way to the Dean's office. She braced herself for an ass chewing because of the 3 Predator Musketeers, not to mention all the destruction from the dimensional merge.
Have a seat, Sheriff.
Hello, Dean. I know things look bad, but I can fix all this.
You have nothing to worry about, Sheriff. Now about those 3 predators you heroically arrested. I have transferred custody from you to the Department of Homeland Security.
Wait, what?
This decision was made for 2 obvious reasons which I will explain.
This doesn't make any sense, sir. I know I can do the job.
I know you can, but this situation has gotten out of hand. There is now a nationwide manhunt for these predators. I have decided to hand over these matters to a higher authority. The other reason is simply to clean up our public image. I will not allow Spectrum Academy to be smeared by newspapers and local media. This is an institution of higher learning, not a predator attraction nor a media freak show. I hereby order you to back off from pursuing these guys to prevent more problems.
But...
That's enough. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're free to go.
Sheriff Stacy didn't listen. She felt humiliated and incompetent in her duties as Spectrum Academy's finest officer. She decided to go rogue and still took Lauren into the interrogation room. Hello, Lauren.
Hello, Sheriff Stacy.
Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Choice is yours.
Huh? I don't understand.
There will be no good cop, bad cop today. Only bad cop.
I'm a little scared.
You should be. Now tell me where the other 2 are.
The other 2?
Yes, you idiot. Marshall and Lucas. Where are they?
I don't know. They abandoned me.
You're lying. Tell me the truth. You are facing serious charges for concealing their whereabouts.
I'm telling you the truth. Those guys escaped through a secret passage in the jail cell, and I haven't heard from them again. What are you going to do to me?
Sheriff Stacy was unhinged. She started torturing Lauren both physically and psychologically.
Breaking news. 2 suspects on the run have been found and arrested today as they tried to make their way into Canadian territory. They were swiftly captured by Homeland Security. These arrests are due to a sexual scandal that occurred at Spectrum Academy. There was also reports of supernatural activity over the skies of Spectrum Academy. It appears that 1 suspect is still missing. Any information on his whereabouts should be reported to our hotline.
He's talking about Lauren. No wonder those 2 looked familiar. I know where Lauren is. Wait, what? Sheriff Stacy arrested him. I'm going to call the hotline. Kaylee called the hotline and authorities were sent to Spectrum Academy. Are you ready to confess? Where are they? I will pull your teeth out if I have to.
Leave me alone! Stop!
That suspect is ours. He's no longer under your jurisdiction.
I cannot allow you to steal my glory. Damn you. Not only was Lauren arrested, but so was Sheriff Stacy. Her reign of terror came to an end. We have reached the end of our time at Spectrum Academy. Let's see what our very special cast did after graduation, shall we? We hope you enjoyed your stay at Spectrum Academy. Bye bye for now.